Hello there, my name is Tom Aastra, and on this exciting journey we will be exploring the 2010 Aastra 5361. You may recognize it from such movies like The Matrix, if they had decided to choose us over Nokia. It's important you pay attention to the next 2 hours as we dive into every function this device has to offer, giving you the opportunity to forget it almost immediately. Now, Mediazone, being underground, has its flaws. One of those is signal service, which means that your only communication to the outside world is this right here. Now, I'll be honest, by the end of this video, you still probably won't understand nearly anything about this device at all. Even I don't fully understand everything about it. Like, why does it work even when it isn't plugged in? How does it seem to move around the studio by itself? Who's that strange voice at the other end of the line at 3 a.m.? Answers to questions I will probably never know. But enough about that. Let's take a closer look at your sole companionship this semester. You'll see that the exterior follows a very simple layout, with the call key, the end call key, some navigation keys here, volume cursor, the mute and the loudspeaker key. The redial key is used to select the phone number you last dialed. Now, back in the day, the early days of Aastra, we could only store up to 6 numbers, but now we can go up to 200, which means here we have the Phonebook key. As I have just been informed, it does not read stories to you, but instead you can search for internal numbers by typing the first 3 letters of their surname. The C key here stands for correction, and it can be used to correct the number you just gummed up. Here we have the Fox key. As soon as you press it, it opens up Firefox Explorer. It summons a fox to the studio, which you can use in battle, which opens the menu and shows you other less interesting functions. Now, when you answer a call, it is a whole new experience with the Aastra 5361. It is as simple as 1, 2, and 3. Hello, this is and I enjoy chocolate M&Ms in my lasagna. How may we help you today? When it comes to incoming calls, if you are getting a phone call from one of your fellow Aastra 5361 phone numbers, then you will be able to see a name on the small display. If it is an external number from one of the less superior phones, you'll be able to see the number itself. Now, when dialing a call, it is important to remember that when dialing an external phone number, you need to connect using 0. For example, if I wanted to contact on this personal home number, I would press 0 and then. If you're calling within the university, then you can connect to the extension number, which is the last 4 numbers. I feel like it goes without saying, but when ending a call, you press the nice red button or put the handset back on the hook. Now, it's probably at this point that you're starting to realize why the Aastra 5361 is one of the phones out there on the market. Now, by pressing here, you can access your call list, which is very important when you want to delete all those unanswered calls. Now, when someone calls you asking for someone else, you could either give private contact information out to a stranger, or preferably, you can use the transfer a call function, which every Aastra phone is equipped with, I would assume. With the person on the call, you press the inquiry key, the number you want to transfer them over to, and put the phone back on the hook. Now, as soon as you press that inquiry key, the person on the other end of the line gets put on hold, the tune of which is a 25-minute recording of me beatboxing Let It Go. When you've called someone and you hear that busy tone, you have 2 options. You can go to the personal home address and ask why they're not answering the phone, or you could request a callback. In order to request a callback, you press the inquiry key and put the handset back on hook. Now, when the person hangs up, Aastra's top-of-the-line technology will ring your phone, which automatically calls that person as soon as you pick up. And finally, we have the golden function, the one that you will unironically be using, the forwarding of calls. Now, let's say you're completely tired of answering calls and you'd like to forward all your incoming calls to an empty office. Well, to do so is very simple. You pick up the receiver, press *21, star as well as the extension number that you want to forward it to, and put the handset back on hook. If you think that someone is starting to suspect what you've done, to revert it is quite simple. You pick up the receiver, press #21 and put the receiver back on hook. And that's it. We've reached the end of our informational video. Congratulations on making it all the way to the end. Now, don't worry about parts 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's just Rick Astley's never going to give you up looped for about 10 to 15 minutes. This was Tony Aastra with the Aastra 5361. Enjoy.